Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Ebony Championship Wrestling. Welcome to the podcast where the square circle comes alive and we deep dive everything WWE from a diverse perspective. Tonight, Cody and Logan Paul headline. The King and Queen of the Ring has some great wrestling matches, and your boy is your undisputed champion. The boys are here. Somebody go help Paul Heyman. This is ECW. Let's get it. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and wrestling fans across the globe. I am the Jackie Miles, your final host and your undisputed champion over here at ECW. Welcome to your screens, our resident tribal chief, Griff, aka Griff Nation. You can find Griff on Instagram at GriffNation84 and on X at CGriff84. Rounding out the screen, rounding out the chat room is the man of 42 holds, Mr. Dirt Sheets himself, Monte, aka Coach Monte.
He went up one.
Yo, every week. Follow him on Instagram at Coach Monte24. Behind the scenes, as always, is the wise man, now turned advocate to the reigning, defending, undisputed world heavyweight champion. It's B Dix. Find him on Cash App at BDix989. You can find us all on Ebony Championship Wrestling on Instagram and on X at Ebony Championship Rest. Gentlemen, how's everybody feeling tonight? Griff, I'm going over to you first because you look a little you you look a little Lowry's over there, a little salt over there. Looks like it's a little Lowry's over there. What's going on, brother? How you doing tonight, man?
Go to sleep. Hey, first and foremost,
funny,
man,
bro.
Congratulations. The inaugural first ever ECW champion. Shout out to you, my little bro.
Thank you, sir.
I was gonna record a solo promo for you and add it to the page, but Griff said no. We just gonna smooth it out a little bit, man. But busy week, man. Of course, as usual, man. NBA playoffs, work like crazy, but at the same time, keeping up with this wrestling world, man. We on to another phase again, coming from one PLE to get ready to transition to another one in Saudi Arabia. But other than that, man, happy Mother's Day. I did text Mama Karen, wish her happy Mother's Day, of course. Happy Mother's Day. It was a lot of great things going on for mothers, and I gave my mama the best present she could ever be. I let her be herself, and I stayed miles away from her. Let her do her own thing, man. Shout out to moms, man. But happy Mother's Day, man. I'm glad to be here with you guys and to our first inaugural ECW champion, and I'm hoping in season 2 that belt comes this way to Griff Nation.
What's good, Coach? How you doing over there, brother?
It's good to see y'all, man. I am good, man. Like I said, it was a great week, great weekend, and obviously, to Mother Karen, Mother Griff, and to my wife of 7 years this year, happy Mother's Day, her second Mother's Day. So it was good to be around family once again after church, doing what she wanted to do, and that was stay in the house. She didn't want to mess with no restaurants, no lines, no waiters, no waitresses. Y'all know how the way that goes. So we had it here in the Quirk household, and we, that's your sister-in-law for sure. But yeah, man, great week. And like I said, the King of the Ring tournament has been a joy. I told you that, Jackie, while you was down here. We knew that this was going to be good. The way it had it stacked up. In spite of the injuries, they're still finding a way to put on quality product. And y'all know in years past that wasn't the case. But it shows you how deep the roster is. But yeah, a great week. Obviously my football is revving up here a little bit, going into summer, getting ready, and then spend some time catching up on the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, and finally caught up on all the tracks. And enjoyed that yesterday, thinking, before we came on air, well, we thought we were supposed to tape last night, but enjoying every single minute of it. Finally caught up. I feel like I'm cool again, so I know what's going on. But and of course, let's chop it up.
That's a real thing, bro. That beef is
Yes.
real life, bro. First of all, man, J. Cole knew exactly what he was doing
What
when he
he's
said,
getting
"You know
into.
what? I'm gonna go ahead and sit this one
I'm gonna
out.
step out.
Yeah, I'm gonna exit stage left.
Y'all can have this one. I'm gonna go ahead and sit this one out." And I totally
Yeah.
understand why now.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
But this is a wrestling podcast. Let's jump into the wrestling part and
Yep.
let's talk about it, Coach. You brought it up, man. The tournament, the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring tournaments have brought some really entertaining matches. And
Oh, yeah.
when we saw the first lineup of Raw and just the Raw side, we were like, yeah, absolutely, we need to. This is something that we want to dive into a little bit more. And the wrestling has been on point, Coach. You want to say a little bit more to it?
Oh yeah, so it's basically setting up, and it's great. Obviously, we know how crappy the draft was, but with those new NXT call ups, along with the mix of the main roster that need to push or need to refresh, need to refresh start, getting a solid push, getting back in there, getting back on the scene. It's a mixture of all that on both sides, SmackDown and Raw, and they're doing a great job of every single match has been entertaining. It's been long enough, hasn't been too quick, no BS, straight to the point, but they've been high quality matches. I mean, they said it on both shows. Cole and, obviously Corey Graves, they're just raving about the quality of every single competitor stepping up. And then the way it's setting, and we'll talk about more about this as we get into the show, but the way obviously it's going, and then semifinals, they're putting the right pieces together. The right people are in the right spots. And every single, well, maybe I agree with maybe
We'll come back to that.
all of the W's except maybe one.
We'll come back
But
to
I
that.
do know, but I see where the bracket is heading. But to answer your question, Jackie, but it's been amazing wrestling. Like and I said this last week, for the pure wrestling fan, you are getting a treat. Yeah, for sure.
Griff, what are your thoughts?
Coach, before I'm going to come back on you on this one.
Yep.
It's a reason why I am wearing "Go to Sleep." It's a reason why I'm wearing CM Punk today. So, far as this tournament is concerned, I'm with Jackie. We'll get to that. But on the Raw side, I'm really liking the bangers and the quality matches that happen on the Raw side. SmackDown, not so much. SmackDown, not so much. But the Raw side.
Yep.
Why is
that? The SmackDown side is, for the men, it's kind of predictable. Women's side, I disagree with the booking. And here's my point why I disagree with the women booking. You just crowned new tag team champions. Why are they in the tournament?
Why are they in the tournament?
Why are they in the tournament? You might as well keep it on the Kabuki Warriors, because you crowned them. They should be defending the tag titles. You just had a draft, and you took a boatload of different women and talent to SmackDown, and you still got these two tag team champions. And again, nothing against Jay and Bianca. We love them. That was great to see them hold up the belts. But why are they in this tournament?
You think the injuries you think injuries might have played a part in that? That's what I'm thinking. But go ahead and finish your point.
Nope, absolutely not. Because you got Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell over there.
True.
Chelsea Green was over there. You got Tiffany Stratton, who's the hottest thing over there, and she not even getting televised. Her match is on the live event. That's not televised.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense. Sorry. I love Bianca. I love Jay. It's not their fault, but I'm disappointed in the booking because they just won the tag belts, and that's two slots that King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring tournaments are for those to get pushed and elevated. They're already over. Let them have their run as tag team champions and use them vacant slots for somebody else who need that pushing to get over that hump.
At some point, one of them has to lose, right?
That's correct.
Or if not both of them,
it's coming up this week.
If not both, right? Like they got to take a L because are y'all both gonna be Queen of the Ring, and are y'all gonna be y'all both can't represent SmackDown, so somebody got to take a L at some point, and does Jade deserve the Queen of the Ring, right? Is she that good so far?
Yeah.
Coach, what are your thoughts?
Now, Griff, Griff, I'm with you on that part. As far as I'm just talking about the quality of wrestling. But yes,
now
yes,
right.
on the Raw side for sure. Maybe I'm sorry, I should have been more specific. So my take was watching it last night from Monday night. Last night for sure. But yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. You know, I think those Nia Jax should definitely be Jade because when I'm saying they're in there, but I was like, okay, I don't have a problem with y'all in here. My thought was okay, Nia Jax take out Jade and then go from there. So but yeah, that's where I see the bracket going.
So, Coach, so let me
Mhm.
expound on this though. Let's say Jay and Bianca both lose, right? How would that look for them who just went to what were they at? Just Leon. Just won the tag belts
Mhm.
from the reigning defending
And they get
tag
put out.
champions, and then you get squashed by Tiffany and Nia, just like that. Without y'all ain't have the title defense yet. You get what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
now, if they do qualify, making you had a one-on-one,
Right.
what story are you trying to get? Are you really trying to make a story out of them one-on-one and they ain't had no title defense? My thing
It's
is,
too soon.
if they want the tag team titles, put them in the title defense. Otherwise, keep the belts on Asuka and Kyrie, and then enter them in the Queen of the Ring tournament. It just didn't make sense that they
Yeah,
on this
yeah,
face to be tag champions, but you have another group of women on SmackDown that could have filled in those slots and got that push and got more airtime.
yeah.
I had this as one of the topics, but we're here now, so we might as well talk about it. Could it be that those women's tag team titles they fall ever so much more into the curse conversation every week? Like you, to your point, Griff, you put the titles on them and then immediately turn away from the tag division as soon as a shiny new toy, the King and Queen of the Ring tournament comes up, and it's like, why don't we actually put these girls into like an actual title feud with somebody on this side of the show, and then let the Queen and King of the Ring be itself. So I think that's your point, Griff. Coach, your point is
Mm-hmm.
that the wrestling, even though it's badly booked, the wrestling itself is actually good.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm with you, Griff. I definitely think that they're missing on the booking side. But I didn't think that this was going to be the topic of discussion that we were going to have. I definitely thought it was going to come from a different match. But we'll get to that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
But my question to you guys is, I'm sorry, I got to let you answer. Are these titles cursed? Because we're seeing the Bianca Naomi thing happening the Sasha Naomi thing happening all over again. Griff, your thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cursed
Yep.
because soon as someone get it on there, they're not getting a number of title defenses, and you having a boatload. So might as well go ahead and turn those two titles into two mid card titles. Take one of them and making the mid card on Raw, making the mid card on SmackDown, just like what NXT's doing with the
Yep.
Women's North American, and then just call it that. The tag teams are not working no more because, like you said, it seems like either someone's getting hurt, or they just carrying the titles until that person recovers and get back up again, or the booking just don't know how to book them, and they're taking single talent and then just forcing tag teams to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that? Like Zoe and Shayna, for example. That was never a tag team, but that was forced together. Now, Kaden and Katana, tag team. Indy and Candice, tag team. But what I'm talking about is those other tag team components that are forced together, like Ivy and Maxine. That's forced. So at this point, man,
Mm-hmm.
like let's just drop
Like
the titles
Bianca
and make
and
them mid
Jade?
carders and this.
Like Bianca
That was
and
forced
Jade?
too. That's
Yeah.
Bianca and Jay was forced too.
Yeah.
They were forced because single competitors. Because when you drop out of that 6-woman bout from WrestleMania, Naomi went to the title picture with Bayley and Tiff. So what we have to do with Jade and Bianca? We can't keep them single because they ain't in the title picture. So we got to force them as a tag team just to keep them on TV and keep the seats getting filled. So yeah, absolutely, they were forced too.
Coach, go ahead and answer your question. Answer that
They're
question.
yeah, they've been cursed. I think we saw the incarnation of that in New York at 2019 at WrestleMania 35, right? When Bayley, who was it? Bayley and Sasha won it the first time when
Oh
it
yeah,
became a thing. So yeah, we're going on 5 years now. Yes, it hasn't changed. It's been cursed from day one. It's not going to change until WWE creative and perform. And when you bring in these talents, into Performance Center, make them a tag team out the gate. Build their chemistry. Actually build tags from birth, like birth tag teams when they come in there. And I think, you need to have two ladies that have chemistry, two ladies that know each other. They need to start finding tandems, finding ladies that want to come in and work together. I mean, I know, like I said, it's far off. I know it takes a while to build because they need stars now, but they've had a tag team problem in the women's division for years. You just don't have any true. You come into your few rare occasions where you have a Kabuki warrior, where you have warriors, or you have two chicks that can that has chemistry right now and work and can work some matches. But overall, they don't have the vision like okay, these chicks are legit like tag teams, and all they do is tag, like no individual matches, like no singles. And I think they've had that. That's one issue that they got to fix internally, and that stems from the training. That's in my book.
Yeah, I think what you're saying is like there's a different psychology that comes with tag team wrestling, and it's learned over time,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really,
Yep.
really hard to be like a good tag team when you're just forcing these girls together who it seems none of them have
Mm-hmm.
ambitions to be a tag team, like be the greatest tag team of WWE from the women's side. Like none of them have that ambition. Everybody wants to be the top woman, right? And like that makes sense. But
Yep.
to your point, you're trying to say like make some tag teams so that the tag team division can actually function. I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is lies with the booking in the sense that you don't give them time. And even when you give them time, it's in some like fatal
Yeah.
4-way tag match where it's like it's 8 women in one, and
It's all
you're
mushed
trying
together.
yeah, and so now you're trying to give time to women who deserve it for sure, but you're like forcing the time. Why don't we just give
Mm-hmm.
them a match? Like let them have like a normal 2-on-2 match. Give them 10 minutes, let them do the 10-minute match and then get on out, right? It doesn't have to be this spectacular thing, but like just the thing I love about the thing I admire about AEW is that ain't no time for no promos, bro. You cut your promo while you walk into the ring, and then you get in that sucker and you wrestle, right? Ain't no time for no
Let's
long-winded
wrestle, right?
promos or nothing like that. Ain't no
No
backstage
new
segments.
segments.
Yeah, ain't none of that. Ain't none
Nope.
of that. Come on in this ring, come get these hands, right? And so I appreciate that. And I wish WWE would do more of that, where it's like, let's just come on out here and wrestle. And the King and the Queen of the Ring tournaments have kind of given us this, where it's
Right.
like we got to get all these matches in, so we kind of got to like
Yep.
force it. But I would love to see like the tag team division be involved in that as well, instead of like Sami Zayn and them. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Can't
it
wait
just
to
the booking is just so bad with that. I forgot the fire. Yeah, the booking is just so bad from a tag team standpoint, and it's no good.
So what's really before we put a bow on this? So guys, two legit tag teams right now, as far as like working together. I think it was what Kaden and the Party Girls and
Sure.
Kabukis.
As far as like
Anybody
legit
else
The
tag
after
teams,
that?
Iconics.
Like legit, yeah. I'm just counting them. Like let's count together.
the ones that
Even
are
the
here now,
Iconics
or are
that
you
took
saying
it.
The ones that are here now.
Oh,
Yeah. Iconics fell victim to Sasha and Bailey, but even
they didn't
I
have a
consider
long
them a
run
team.
when they
A
should
team.
have?
no, they
Right.
were a team though. They wasn't forced. They were actually a team.
Right.
Yeah, they should have
And
had a
although the
longer
Bells
run.
came in after the Bellas retired, but the Bellas was actually a team.
Mm-hmm.
But they
Yep.
came in after, they quits and they want to do it no more. But when you're
Yeah.
talking about Team, Kabukis, the Iconics, even Katana and Cadence, they weren't forced.
Mm-hmm.
They were actually a
Yeah, they
team.
came in together.
Yeah.
We mentioned that
Wow.
some of the booking around this isn't that great, and the internet went kind of ham last night as Jey Uso goes over on Ilya Dragunov and caused quite a stir. And I left you alone, Griff, last night, but now I gotta know, brother, what's your thoughts here? Oh,
Oh
okay.
man, put them shades down, bro.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's I told you I got GTS. I'm healed tonight, so I don't care.
Get out of here.
No, I'm not. I'm not surprised by that. Here's the reason why. Ilya just came up. You could tell the difference of Raw and SmackDown booking. And when I saw last night, I seen with the look of Gunther and Ilya, they're gonna have a long story. Something's gonna spark real soon down the line. So you kind of saw that tease a little bit last night. But I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'm looking at Jimmy Uso's been gone for a minute. We got Tama Tonga on the other side, and you got Jay. And I think Jay's going to go over, and it's going to be a Jay versus Tama situation in King of the Ring. And this is going to fuel this whole bloodline, a whole different thing. Now, I could be wrong. I know everybody's calling for Gunther. I seen people today, it was like, Gunther got to win. Gunther need this. Gunther can't just lose 2 in a row. But till I see something different next week and this week, I got Jay and Tama in the finals.
You think the Jay and the Tama story is a better storyline than Ilya and Gunther?
I don't think it's a better story. I mean, I can't compare the story because we ain't seen anything action from Ilya and Gunther right now.
You have seen action from them though. That's why it's so palpable between them, because you know that there's a past there. And I know that's what you're thinking on the bloodline side too. But I think if we're talking about pure wrestling, and I think this is what the internet was arguing about, we're talking about pure wrestling, which match is going to be better? Jay has missed the last couple matches, and I think we would all agree on that. Jay has missed on the last couple, and I think the better storyline and wrestling match is Ilya and Gunther. All right, do you disagree?
I disagree. At this moment right now, I totally disagree.
Even though you agree that Jay has missed, or Jay hasn't had.
Although Jay has missed, Jay is also rebounding his miss too. And when?
When did he rebound and miss? Because think about it. Because the last couple matches that he's had, I will give you the match against Priest at
Backlash. In Leon,
right? But still doesn't go over. I'm still arguing that point. I know it was because of interference, but still doesn't go over. But and then the only other match that we really have to go off of is the Jimmy match. And so you think after all the things that Gunther has done the last 2 or however many years, you think that that's going to be the better story with Jay going over as the King of the Ring?
So here's what you look at when I'm looking at. I'm not looking at this Jay and Gunther and who got the better story between those two. I'm looking at the main story that's getting ready to merge and fall. So I'm looking at the tease when we talk about Heyman, we talk about the Solo, the interaction with that. That's what I'm more looking at then. And I think to me, that's more bigger than Ilya and Gunther, because that's something that's going to spark again. But right now, you got to have something that's going to start feeling this tease on that story too. So you got 2 pivotal stories, and to me, I think that's more the big one. And now I'm being biased and going because I like Jay, but that is what I see in my eyes, and that's why I feel like Jay was the better one that was going to go over this time around because what's getting ready to happen. But if Tama wasn't in this situation, I think Ilya would have been the one to win and go on to face Gunther. But because Tama's in the situation, that's why I felt like Jay was going to win over Ilya.
Coach, you got thoughts here?
I wanted to see Dragunov. I felt he had a lot of momentum coming up. I love his style, man. Brute, hard nose, and understanding what happened between him and Gunther back in the day in NXT in UK. I did kind of want to see that come into the King of the Ring, because as soon as Gunther dropped the IC, I said, okay, he needs to take the King of the Ring and then give him that as his consolation prize. So I want to see Gunther win the King of the Ring. So I know we're doing early predictions here, but yeah, and why not have a banger? Why not have a banger with Ilya and bring that, spark that feud back up? Have them go again, obviously after the King of the Ring. Something decent going into the summer. With all these PLEs, why not? But yeah, I wanted to see Dragunov go over for sure. Deserved it.
Griff, I'm not saying you're wrong when you say the Tama Tonga story and all of that is important and it needs to be told. But at the same time, can be told outside of the King of the Ring. In my head, when you're asking for the King of the Ring, I think about the Bret Hart. I think about Stone Cold and his comments, right? I think about those moments, and I think about that person is the best in the ring. And so when we're talking about this tournament and when we're talking about booking this all the way through, now my next question to you is: do you think that Ilya Dragunov is truly a better wrestler than Jay Uso is a better wrestler than Ilya Dragunov?
Dragunov is definitely a better wrestler.
Okay, so then if we're saying that, then when we're talking about quote unquote King of the Ring, then the logical booking in my head has to be Gunther versus Ilya. Because Gunther just went on this whole run with the Workman's title, which was originally the IC title. He just went on this whole long run, putting on banger after banger, and actual matches, not taking off like a month and a half in between like Roman. He was putting on the actual matches, right? When we're talking about like King of the Ring, and we're talking about a storyline that has a past to it that everybody kind of knows about. Like, to me, that's King of the Ring booking. What you're saying is like WWE universe, like give me more of the bloodline. Absolutely, we got to see this thing come to a head. But I think we can do that outside of the King of the Ring storyline, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Way to look at it.
I understand why people are like, yeah, like Jay needs to go over. Jay's like hype right now, and Jay's like in it. But I've been saying all Jay's been doing is hype from the very beginning, right? Like I know he beat Ilya last night, and I give the respect there. I'm not going to take that away from him. I give that. He did go over here, but I don't think he's done enough to win the King of the Ring.
Yeah, and we still got matches to go. I mean, you still got to
Sure.
go through Gunther. We don't know how that's going to fill out, and we don't even know how the SmackDown side going to end. That can easily flip. We just don't know. But again, when you talk about the best wrestlers in all this bracket, honestly, it is Gunther and Ilya. When you talk about technical and the best wrestling, but when you're looking at like how things are shaping, that's just my vision. What I'm looking at, it was just more like you could see that Jay was going to be the one because Jay had the most momentum. Yeah, Ilya had a lot of fans on his side, and he's new to coming on up. But I see there's another story with Ilya, and that's why I felt like I knew he was going to go down. But we still got Friday, we still got Monday, and ain't no telling what his role going to be next week too when he comes on.
Well, the
Facts.
story is for them to and this is what I mean. They got all summer to beat the hell out of each other. I'm talking about Gunther and Ilya. They got all summer to beat the hell out of each other. Then eventually they'll join forces, and he'll be the third guy of Imperium. That's what That's what I hope.
But then
Envisioning we see.
and real quick, not to cut you off, Coach, but
Mm-hmm.
Kaiser cut a hellacious promo last
Oh,
night as well too. So
yeah, he
let's
come.
not forget about him in this situation.
Yeah, so they got business to tend to with Sheamus, and I think that's gonna be Kaiser and Sheamus next.
I like that because it's gonna boost Kaiser up
Yep.
because when you especially working with Sheamus,
Mm-hmm.
they're actually gonna actually should have a good
Yeah, that's gonna be
feud,
fire.
good match. Yeah, that one's gonna be good. So excuse me, sorry. Here we go. So right now we're looking at LA Knight versus Tama Tonga and Randy Orton versus Carmelo Hayes from the SmackDown side. On the Raw side, Gunther versus Kofi Kingston. I'm sorry, I take that back. Gunther versus Jey Uso is the semifinals over there, and that winner goes on to the SmackDown side. I want to ask you guys about a match that could have been and a feud that could have been, and I know we probably would have loved it, but Carmelo Hayes versus Bobby Lashley was supposed to go, from what I could tell, over the last couple weeks, until Bobby got hurt. Yeah, until Bobby got hurt. You talk about like beating somebody up all summer and then putting them into the group.
Yep.
I would have loved that. Like jump this man into the pride, bro. Jump this man
said
into the
that.
situation. Go ahead, Coach.
I think I said that a couple episodes ago.
You did, yeah.
Like, yeah, let's do it now. He what's crazy is that he got so much charisma, man. He about up there with Montez. Like as far as charisma, like putting it like he would instantly boost them that faction up. And it sounds and it smells like that's where they're going anyway. I mean, most of the the call ups, how they're doing it. There's going to be some factions that are forming, on both brands. But yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you, Jackie. Let's get Melo in there immediately because that boosts everybody up.
Quick question.
Go ahead, Greg.
I know we're aiming at the pride. I know we don't see these two much on TV, but they're still out there and they're still doing their thing off camera. But what would y'all think with Carmelo linked up with Omos and MVP?
I would prefer it, right? I would much rather that because you add some legitimacy to Omos. right? Not even
Yes.
to Carmelo. You have some legitimacy to Omos because he ain't
Mhm.
doing nothing. He
You mean
only
we can
shows up
actually?
during Mania time.
You mean we can actually get him off of a live event and actually on TV? Oh
I'm
my God!
saying.
He just doing battle royal, pop up in battle royals.
This man, Andre
Is
the
that because?
Giant Memorial King, bro. Like this man is always in these matches. Good
Is
grief.
this
And
because?
don't win.
Is that because he sucks, or they just don't know what to do with him on live TV? Like I've
I
been
don't
trying to
know.
figure that out.
Could be a mixture of both.
Miss Mixture both.
We don't know what to do with this man because he sucks. Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
No, that's
Yes.
good. That's good.
Since
Yeah,
that makes
Melo
sense.
was like that with Trick, Melo and Omos. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. Melo
that's a
definitely
different
needs
type
a,
of heat.
a
Yeah,
partner.
Yeah.
that's a different type of
Yeah.
heat. I would be okay with that. But yeah,
Mhm.
like they just don't use that man, and they definitely need to.
Mm.
I got him on my universe mode as the whole new Hurt Business. They a whole different faction. So come check that out. Shameless
Come
plug.
check him. Come check out Jackie's universe.
Come
He's
check it
already
out,
doing
bro. Same
better
name,
booking.
same name. Don't worry,
Put him
ECW,
on
same
Triple
name,
H's team. Put him on Triple
right?
H's team immediately.
Yeah.
Moving on, man. The King of the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring tournament has been great. It's been really, really good. The matches, hopefully it crescendos at the right time in a couple weeks here as we go to the King of the Ring PLE. And headlining that PLE is Logan Paul and Cody Rhodes. Did anybody see this one coming?
No. I totally didn't see this coming. And
Go ahead, Griff.
I'm kind of upset about this one. Not because of the booking, but because it's a situation where it's me and Jackie for the points for the fantasy on this one.
Oh, he thinking fantasy.
I said this is too early.
He thinking fantasy.
It's too early. But I honestly, to be honest, I really thought this was going to happen at SummerSlam, especially with all the hype behind Logan and being in Cleveland. I thought this was going to be a SummerSlam possibility, but they must have different plans. It's funny because every time it's to the point now. Every time Logan has a star on the show, you kind of know a month later is going to be a match coming down. You had Roman, you had Randy, you had Mysterio, you got Cody on the show. Now here you are in these matches again. So, I'm going to enjoy the microphone promos with these two because Logan don't take no punches, but then it's also making Cody step up his mic too. But this is going to be, I think this is going to be a phenomenal match. I mean, because a lot of people still underestimate Logan, and he's still throwing bangers. But I must add too, people talk about Roman, but he had the belt for over 200 days and only defended it twice.
Right. Right.
Royal Rumble and WrestleMania was only 2 title defenses.
That's it. Coach, your thoughts?
Yeah, it took a minute for me I had to actually listen to the promo a couple of times and really get my thoughts and emotions together. Love the idea, the concept. They could make magic together. The idea of them obviously in this match is fire, but I just hated the idea. I absolutely hate the idea that it's this soon and it's title for title. That's the conclusion that I drew. Only reason because I mean, I understand they're going to Saudi Arabia. They need this match over there, and I'm sure that's what they asked for.
Yep.
But no, we could have at least held this to SummerSlam. And Logan is better as the chaser. Like, if he doesn't have a belt on, then they're going to put on an even better banger, because at that point, then it pushes Cody. Then at the same time, you have more time to build the heat. Now, I get it. Like, we only got 2 weeks, and now we get a contract signed. And no, this should not have been done like the Leon situation with AJ. This should have been cooked a lot longer. There should have been some hate coming out of here. This should have got Cody out of his politician, shaking hands, kissing baby mode, and get him into a real feud. Like, hey, Negro, I'm here. I'm pushing you to your limit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and let Logan be Logan, talk all the shit he want to talk. But this was deserving. I don't like this idea only because this deserves this needs a longer feud to be cooked. So I get the stage that we're going on to. I get the money situation. But yes, like, hey, I just need it. I know they're gonna put on a banger, but I preferred it not to be with a title because y'all know, and I'm gonna let you go on this, Jackie. You know they booked themselves into a corner too with a title for title in stipulation. So yeah, that's where I am.
I think they booked themselves into a corner long before this match was even announced. I thought I said this a couple weeks ago. The fact that Cody didn't come out to a like legitimate contender out of WrestleMania. We made this big hoopla about finishing the story, and now it just seems like he's just on this parade tour where he's just again shaking hands, kissing babies, and it's like you have no real storyline around you, and now I don't care. And you're the champion, and I respect that you're the champion, but I do not care because you've done nothing to make me care. Like both times, Coach, out of PLEs, they've come out and it's like, oh, here's your challenger, contract signing the next week, and then we go right into the PLE, and it's like, why? Like, why am I gonna go watch this match? Why am I, sticking around to watch this match? Other than the fact that it's Cody, other than the fact that it's Logan Paul, two separate entities now that are entertaining in their own rights. But it's like I don't care enough about this match to actually dive into this when the PLE comes around. So I to your point, Coach, I would have loved to see more storytelling before this. Well, like before Leon France, like the person he should be fighting now should be the person that he fought in Leon, and this should be continuing on and through SummerSlam. But we're not getting that. We're just getting like, oh, here goes another contender. Come see if you can catch up to Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and bad for AJ because now it's almost like you off the gate throwing a banger with Cody and Leon, and then you come into the King of the Ring tournament and you get squashed by Randy right off the bat. So now here's AJ going back to the bottom of the ladder again, just like that. And I think there still should have been a continued story going forward. Like again, I always been saying this, fellas. So I don't know who's in charge or who's over the booking and the creative on SmackDown. But you can tell it's a difference from Raw and SmackDown. Like, if they would have kept cooking with AJ and Cody, now you could have went deeper into the Japan days, the Bullet Club days, the Dusty days, or when I was in TNA and me and your dad fought and, your dad didn't put on no deodorant back then. Make this stuff personal, get us intrigued. Yeah. It's like, okay, now we just came off this Roman thing, Cody Crybabies wanted, Cody had the belt, but we have no backup plan of who we gonna throw at him, and then what kind of story we gonna build that. It's like at this point, okay, let's do a tournament, let's do a King of the Ring, let's do a Money in the Bank, and whoever wins, go against Cody, and there's no build.
I think that can still happen. I think there's potential to save it because if y'all notice, they went right to AJ's promo after that, right after that segment, and they have no choice but to do it. I've been hearing it all over. This is no choice. It's going to be a screwy finish to protect both titles. It has to be, and I think AJ will be somewhat involved, and maybe we might circle back to that. I'm just saying. So it's still hope for him to get back in that picture. Obviously Randy beating him in the King of the Ring, but I think they got to come back to AJ and Cody at some point because of how well they did out there in Leon. So that's just a gut, just what I'm thinking.
The AJ and Randy match was like a good match.
It was good. Yeah,
it was.
Yeah,
it was
okay.
good.
I just want to put that out there.
Good.
That was a good match.
It was.
Yep. The other thing that we have to think about is that the United States title is wrapped up in this as well, and you could easily be getting another feud out of that, right? And so it's I don't know, man. You put two titles into one feud, which means you should have some time somewhere on the show because you're only spending time talking about that situation as one.
Those two.
So the women's tag titles could probably have a segment in there, but I'm just saying that's neither here nor there. I'm not booking that one. I'm not booking that one. Speaking of the women's tag title, let's go back to this for just a second because I do want to talk about the Jade and Piper match of the King of the Ring.
Yeah.
And I know we're upset that they're in the King of the Ring tournament, but her actually being in this match I think is really good for her. When I say her, I mean Jade Cargill, especially. And I think, Coach, I think I was texting you about this. Her opponent being Piper Niven made all the right sense. Made all the right sense because she's safe. She can handle Jade in the sense that like she can pick her up, she can drop her, she can do all the things in a safe way. And it wasn't just gonna be a squash match. And so it was nice to see Jade selling and like doing all the things needed to be done to be a wrestler. It was nice to see her finally putting together a good match. And I would love to hear your thoughts on Jade and where she can go from here. Coach, go ahead.
She's more comfortable. She's getting comfortable, getting there. I think every match she's slowly improving. The key things I was looking for is, obviously the timing, playing to the crowd. Obviously she's gonna have that sort of. She's gonna play to her strengths, but can she really get into the psychology of the match and work with a dance partner? That's really what I was looking for in this match. And you're right, Jackie, the right dance partner. Piper gonna take care of her. Did all of that. The other thing she did well is obviously the Chelsea Green factor on handling the heel on the outside of the ring. How do you handle the distraction? Can you keep the focus? And she did well. Obviously Chelsea slapping her, but this was a great opening singles match for her. To learn on the fly, and I didn't see many botches. I think she didn't take a clothesline that well. I think the way she fell, but other than that, she did fine. She came out great. Showing her strength, showing her skill set, but having fun. Selling the back. Obviously, Piper. If you're picking up Piper, you better sell that back. So, but yeah. So
Right.
she did. But yeah. But out the gate, starting strong. Good opening match for her against Piper, and glad she got the dub for sure.
Griff, any thoughts on Jade?
Yeah, man. Jade is having fun, and she looks so relaxed and confident. And it's just great to see her in this position when you used to see her all the time in matches that last no longer than a minute and a half or 2 minutes. And she is finally in matches that can get a couple commercial breaks in. You get what I'm saying? And it really shows like she's really been she's working and she's really adjusting and having fun, picking up the rhythm in the WWE culture and things like that too. But to Coach's point too, that was a great safety match, for her. I can still see that they're putting trustworthy people. All her matches have been with trustworthy people to help her and groom her, give her rhythm, build her confidence, pick up her chemistry, pick up her pace, and then she just having fun, with that. And I listened to an interview she had with someone recently, like yesterday, and I was out, and she said the biggest thing is that she loves that everybody is respecting her and being patient with her. She know this is a big transition, and that's one of the things I noticed in all her matches since she been debuting. And she's been more poised and patient versus just being buck wild and crazy, trying to squash everybody in 2 seconds, man. So to see her and Piper, then she got a big test ahead. It's funny how Jay got these big challenges ahead of her. Nia's next too, man. I'm looking forward for that. But that was a great match, man. And it's not kind of a Piper too, because Piper, let's not forget she's been in title matches before too, man. Before she was forced in the tag team with Chelsea as well too, but this never overlook Piper, because Piper's there for a reason, and yeah, I see some big things for her too down the road on SmackDown.
Could just throwing this out here, but didn't Piper and Chelsea just have the tag titles, and couldn't y'all just put Bianca and Jade into the match with Piper and Chelsea, and now you got a few. You know what?
It's all right.
I almost shut down the whole damn episode. I almost turned unplug all of this shit.
Yep.
All right, never mind.
Yep. I was thinking that.
Because it's right there. It
right
makes
there.
sense. You already had one match where you squashed Chelsea in it, and now you have a good match between you and Piper. And maybe we just ahead of ourselves, and maybe we overbook it, and maybe they
We're not, because just think about, think of, there goes Superman. Even Superman even agree.
You're not having it either. I'm out this bitch. I want to talk about this shit. I'm out.
Superman ain't want nothing.
But you know what, though, yo, fellas? But just think, with Piper and Jade, the strength versus strength with those two. But then think of the mouthpieces of Bianca and Chelsea being the Karen character, going off of Bianca. Just imagine Bianca doing that, talking, and then Chelsea just put her hand on her face and put it in her mouth, and just like, okay, boom, you got a story, just right there. I mean, it's like you said, we're not overbooking it. Like we're actually need to be in that booking meeting and say, y'all, man, get this stuff together. Like, it's right in front of y'all face. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
That's actually a PLE worthy tag match.
Yeah.
It could have been on this PLE, technically.
Yeah, it could have. And it should be. Like it's they're not even using I won't say they're not using Chelsea Green right. I do think that they're using Chelsea Green, but it's like could be so much better. We could be doing, so many different things with her, but time will tell. Maybe we're overbooking and overthinking it, and maybe they'll get to it, and we just got to be patient. There's only a certain amount of time that they got on TV, but
Bubba Ray raves about Chelsea.
Yeah,
and said she's way more entertaining than Natalya. Another segment for another day.
Oh yeah,
anybody.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Anybody is more entertaining than Natalya.
What he said. Yeah. He was just like.
Could have said Xia Li was more entertaining.
He went on a rant about Natalya, and then he just said like she should take a play from Chelsea Green's playbook. Like, hey, like figure out what Chelsea Green is doing and that's what he was saying basically.
Like,
hey,
go ahead, Griff. Go ahead, because I was gonna say mean things. So go ahead.
No, I had a question for both of you guys. While we on this Queen Ring tournament real quick before we move to the next segment.
Yeah.
Can this be a possibility that we finally probably get the match that we talked about these last couple of weeks with Lyra and Tiff Stratton in the finals?
Ooh.
I gotta remember who's on that side. Hold on.
Nia,
Jade, Bianca, and Tiff.
That's the final four on the SmackDown side for the women.
That's a terrible final four. Keep going. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. But did Bianca get hurt too, or is she on the hurt angle? Did she get hurt in her match?
They played it as though she did get hurt, but
got hurt. Yeah.
That might be the way. That's really the SmackDown side.
That might be the way to get her out, though, Jack.
That's trash.
Yes.
Because there's. I don't like that one, bro.
I don't. See.
So you take it. So the only two you taking out is the tag champs, right? What we started the show talking about.
You said Tiffany Stratton versus who? Griff?
Bianca.
Tiffany and Bianca, and then you got Jade and Nia.
No. You said in the finals.
Oh, Tiff and Lyra.
Oh, Tiff and Lyra for the final.
Oh, Lyra coming from the Raw side in the final. I mean, the semi for the Raw.
I like EO going over there.
EO's winning that, bro.
I think, I was gonna say EO's looking.
And she got more people. She's got people behind her. She's over again. Like, she's over again. So
you talking about EO's over? Yes.
Yeah, EO's over. Yeah, EO's over. Yep.
Yeah, Fly Like a Bird got some more work to do, and that Tiffany EO, I don't know, man.
See, I don't know.
It's hard because the SmackDown side of things is really, really murky because you got the Tiffany Nia Jax angle sitting right there, which would work. It would work, but at the same time, that means that you gotta beat Bianca and Jade, and that's hard to do when you just built them up to be like literally action figure superhero women. So it's really hard to do that. Yeah, like every other second they're posing and showing you just how strong they are, and it's like, how do you beat those women? And so if you can't beat them, that means that they have to go over, which means that they have to face each other in the semifinals, and it's like, why are we here? I mean, I call for Jade's turn immediately out the gate, but now
Can they hold that?
it really doesn't make sense.
Can they hold that match off till Vegas?
No, they're not,
They
man. But
can't.
this
They can't.
booking, nope.
True. Yeah, they
Not right
shotgunning
now.
it.
Because
Yeah, not right now.
hey, so okay, coach. Look at the possibilities you got on SmackDown side. Now, look at the picture. They have not defended those titles not one time yet, right?
Right.
Because on the live shows, Jade is teaming up with Bailey on the live shows. She's not even teaming up with Bianca. That's another
What?
problem. Yes,
I didn't know that.
That's what I'm
I didn't
talking
know
about.
that. Oh, that's a problem.
So think about this. If Jade and Bianca face each other, that means somebody got to lose in that no title defense. Jade lose to Nia. They already buried her. She got her first loss just that quick. So it's so much murkiness on that side that no matter whatever happens on Friday, it's just not going to make sense either way. But
Yeah.
It's ugly. Yeah, it none of it makes sense. It's ugly. So to your point, Griff, the Tiffany Lyra conversation, yes, we could, but there are so many things that stop us from getting to that point
yes.
from a booking standpoint.
Yep.
So it's really, really ugly in there. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully they do it right though. Hopefully they figure it out. We kind of talked about this person and their group, but let's finish up this conversation with the Bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
As we continue to talk about these Samoan brothers every week for the last however many weeks we've been doing this podcast. So it continues. So my question is to you, gentlemen, who's really calling the shots?
Ooh.
Who is really calling the shots
It's a question
here?
every week. It's a question every week. Same question every week.
Yeah. Coach, you got an answer? You want to come back to you?
I'm still saying it's The Rock. It's just,
Okay. Say more.
Solo has a silent allegiance to The Rock. You know, it's when The Rock comes back to claim his rightful place, you know, as the real, you know, tribal chief or high chief or whatever you want to call him. So I'm still thinking it's, you know, somebody off screen. You know, I'm still going with The Rock just with grins and giggles.
Okay. Griff?
You know, I can see The Rock, but I'm sticking with Rikishi.
I did it for The Rock.
I'm still sticking. I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I'm listening to Solo saying that I talked to the tribal chief.
Yeah.
Did you talk to the tribal chief? I talked to him. No, a doggone well he lying. He ain't talked to no doggone tribal chief. Right. But yeah, I'm sticking with Rikishi to otherwise. Definitely The Rock is. I mean, it's to me, it's between those two, but we just don't know. And I like how they're playing it because make you think like, dang, maybe it's Heyman doing this, or maybe it's a a setup. But man,
nobody actually thinks he's talking to Roman.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, he never actually said Roman's name. He just called him the tribal chief. So
yep,
that's very interesting. And for them to like do the whole Solos up next thing a while back, and for him to not be speaking about himself kind of throws me off. So I'm with you guys. I don't think it's Rikishi, but I do think it is somebody else other than Roman. So only logical person is to say that it's gonna be Hornswoggle.
It was me, damn it! It was me the whole time.
It's gonna be
man,
it's gonna be Hornswoggle and Shane McMahon back there, bro. Yeah,
what if it was Shane or?
But it's the addition of
Tongaloa.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. The addition of Tongaloa does make this an interesting group, man. Like when they finally do pull out all the stops and we get Bloodline versus Wolfpack Bloodline, it's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be some good matches. I've been watching some stories on YouTube about the Bullet Club and about
Yeah.
those two, and it's nice to see that they're
Okay.
finally in WWE, and hopefully we get a good
Good.
product out of them. But the storyline, the stories are there to be told, and like I said, man, hopefully WWE doesn't miss, but it doesn't seem like they're going to do so.
I thought
It
they
was
missed the
Gorilla of
first
Destiny,
time.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Gorillas of Destiny.
Yeah.
they missed the first time with Tunga Loa's run. He was Camacho or something in early
Yeah, and
2010s, right?
then
Mid 2010s or something like that.
yeah,
Okay.
he was like the
Yeah,
he
he
for
was
somebody, or was that my understanding?
Who was it? It was Camacho and
Camacho and
Hunico.
somebody else. Hunico or
Hunico.
something.
All
Yeah,
right,
Hunico.
y'all got me.
That
You know I'm
was
terrible.
that was
That was before
early
you started watching, Jackie.
2000s. Yeah,
Okay.
2010s. Nexus Barry Ware era. I said Bay Ware.
Wade Barrett.
Wade Bear era.
Got you. Okay.
Around that era, yeah.
I'm realizing like the more and more we talk about like the 2000s and 2010s, I'm realizing I missed a lot of stuff. Like I did not
Yeah.
see the John Cena era as I recall it. So I'm gonna have to go
Yeah.
back and rewatch all of that stuff. Get
Yeah. I
past
got back
all the
in.
racism on SmackDown, but
I
go
got
ahead,
back
coach.
in early 2010s, and
Yeah.
I got back in when the Nexus was a thing, and then Punk
09.
was the leader.
Damn.
Yeah.
2010, 09.
Yeah, that's when I got back in.
I don't remember. I remember the Nexus. I just don't. I just don't remember
Yeah.
anything outside of like the initial jumping of John Cena.
Right.
So
Mm.
I gotta go back and check it all out.
But to put a bow on it, guys, let Solo be Solo. I think he's coming into his own as far as speaking more. Trying to find that comfort zone as far as talking his ish, and obviously scaring the what out of Paul. So he's doing a good job with that. But I think the less these guys talk, the better. Let's let these dudes be savages. Build them on what they are. They changing the game. Anybody that come in the ring with them gonna get jacked up. That's build it on that. Keep them strong that way. Less is more. But more ass whipping. That's what
Right, yeah,
Mhm.
for real. That's all he need now. Yeah, nice little trailer.
We'll see what happens with the bloodline as they continue to get stronger and add more and more people. And
For sure.
as they continue to add more cousins, at some point we should get a woman in the faction, right?
Yeah, it's gotta come.
Gotta come at some point. We'll see who it's gonna be. We'll see. All right, man. Let's push it on a little bit and go to the lightning round. Obviously, there's a lot of things that happen in WWE, and we can't talk about them all. So we'd like to break it down in a 2-minute segment called the lightning round. And I'm gonna bounce some questions off of the boys and see how they respond. And we're gonna try to keep this to 2 minutes. So we're gonna put 2 minutes on the clock and lightning round. Here we go. It looks like Gunther is trying to make more people tap these days instead of just winning outright. Griff, you got any thoughts here?
Gunther's on a mission. This is he's put the IC title loss in the rearview mirror. So instead of his pinfalls, he's making people tap. He's going to break bones, break limbs, and he's on a new mission.
Damian Priest, is he a paper champion, coach?
No, he's earned every bit of it. He did what he needed to do. He told Drew to look your own clown self in the mirror. It's your fault. You had plenty of chances to to hold the belt, but you decided to prioritize CM Punk. So be it. But hey, I'm holding the belt, and I can't wait to defend it against your behind. Let's get it.
AJ Styles hasn't missed in the last few matches that he's had. Do you think he's in the prime of his in-ring career, Griff?
Yeah, absolutely. He looks stronger, better than ever. Just needs to get back up. Once he get back up that ladder and get a couple wins on his belt, he's going to be unstoppable. Look forward to him to being a champion one of these days too before he call it quits.
Coach, you got to pick one to go over, and I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Drew McIntyre or CM Punk in the days to come, who goes over?
Drew McIntyre.
Okay. I'm good with that. I don't even need your explanation. Is anybody else bored with Sami Zayn and the Alpha Academy? Because
Yes.
I absolutely am. I am absolutely bored of the underdog story, and I hope this heel turn for Chad Gable beats the hell out of Sami Zayn at some point, and we move on from that with the title because I am absolutely bored.
And now
The
for Academy goes back to catering.
please, like, I don't even need y'all to go back to catering. I just need y'all to do something of substance. That's all. Last but not least, the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. Are we still on track, Griff?
Yeah, we are. Because I like what Liv is doing. Liv is not retaliating back. She just got that look like, okay, I'm going to add you to the revenge list. So it's making more sense. We got a revenge tour coming. So Becky Lynch is up next, but also Lyra Valkyria, that her name getting added to that list next.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what happens there, man. They starting to make her look better. They're starting the few heelish things that they're doing to her makes you want to root against her, which is the whole point. And hopefully this revenge tour actually comes to fruition, and actually we get something out of this. So, but you call for Fly Like a Bird next? That's who you saying is on the tour next?
It's on the tour right next. Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll see what happens there. All right, man. Quick and easy with the lightning round, brothers. I appreciate y'all, man. We getting better at this as we go along. Let's first turn to the fantasy league, as I'm gonna share out our scores here over the last couple days. We haven't looked at this in some time now, so it'll be nice to see where our scores are. Coach is sitting at 114. And brother, you've been making some progress. Yeah, you've been making some progress back there, bro. Griff sitting in second place with 167, and still at 202 points. I asked if I could trade in somebody just off of rip, like, just can I give you points and get a new person? I was denied faster than me trying to get a car loan right now. So Brian told me it absolutely had to be a spin, and I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the group that I got. Anybody want to make some changes to their team?
Nope. This is all updated from today too, or just from Monday?
This does not include Raw, as our boy was helping some family yesterday. So he didn't get an opportunity to catch up on everything. But the next time we come to you, everything will be updated completely all the way through. So there may be some points that are out there lurking. But we are pretty much caught up.
Coming, Griff. I'm trying to catch you. I'm gonna catch you by SummerSlam, Griff, hopefully.
I like that. I like that.
Coach.
I like that. Go after a mid-card guy. I like that. That's right.
Yeah, the only way I catch you, the only way I catch you, Jackie. The only way I catch you, Jackie, is an injury.
Yeah.
If your roster get the injury bug, like I said, knock on wood. I'm not wishing that, but that's the only way. I get it. I'm gonna need some luck to get in to catch you.
I get it.
Why he playing? Talking about Jay giving him some points too.
Oh, I'm not crazy. I may not root for the brother, but I'm not crazy. I understand how fantasy works. My fantasy baseball team has nobody on it that I like. But I understand what I'm doing. I'm gonna get these points. I'm not crazy. I do love this because it gives me and Griff an opportunity to go back and forth at each other. Not saying that coach is not a part of this, but if you know anything about our group, me and Griff go at it quite a bit with our takes and things, and so this just gives us a little bit more to fight over, which is a lot of fun for us. So
yes, sir.
But let's keep the fun going, man. We haven't had one of these segments in a long time. We're gonna turn our attention over to Griff Nation as he brings us another episode of Griff's Picks. All right, brother. Come on, man. Bring it on.
Gentlemen. Yes, sir. Appreciate this. Griff Picks again and return back for the month of May. And since we got the King and Queen of the Ring on the way in, I'm doing my top 5 Griff Picks from my favorite and most memorable King and Queen of the Ring tournament itself. Gentlemen, are you ready? All right. For number 5, starting at number 5. No honorable mentions, by the way. We're going all the way through 1 through 5, 5 through 1.
What?
My, how this has changed. My, how this has changed.
All right, man. Hey, number 5. Got to go back in time in 2007. I was not a big fan of this, but as I got older, I appreciate this a lot more, and I got to go with Booker T winning and becoming King Booker.
Booker.
King Booker.
Oh man.
Charmel.
Number 4, got to show love to the ladies. We have one Queen of the Ring itself, and y'all know how much I really love and respect this person being the first Queen of the Ring winner. And she didn't let nobody come and take her crown like Xavier Woods did with the Tribal Chief. So number 4, I'm going with Zelina Vega being the first Queen of the Ring winner.
Okay.
Number 3.
That's a good one.
Going back to the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
back to the Attitude Era in 2001, I know you guys remember this. This was on a lot of video packages. This is one of my favorite King of the Ring matches of all time. I was sitting there watching this with my god brother at Shooters on grass shit back in the day. If y'all remember Shooters.
Oh, yeah.
That's how long ago this was.
It was a regular in there, boy.
This was the match with Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon when Kurt Angle threw Shane through the big glass and broke his tailbone and threw him through the glass setting. So that's my number 3.
Yeah.
They thought they had the wrong glass in there. They put plexiglass in instead of the shattered. Yeah.
Yep, that's
Vince
right.
got mad like, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Nick said, no, bump. Shane was like, no, bump this guy. Put me through this glass.
Said, do it again.
So, fellas, we down to the top 2. If you know the King of the Ring history, these 2 should be a no-brainer. These 2 were kind of tough to put number 1 and number 2. But after a long thought, it made a lot of sense who go number 2 and who would be going number 1 for my number 2. The Austin era itself, the Attitude Era, the 316, 1996, beating Jake the Snake. It would be the emergence and the birth of the Rattlesnake himself, Austin 316 in 1996. That's my number 2. And my number 1, it's one of my most memorable because my grandfather, God rest his soul, Thomas Griffin, passed away moments before this match even happened, June 28, 1998. And that's also the Hell in a Cell match between Taker and Mankind.
Ah, yeah.
That was that King of the Ring. That's
Tossed
right.
that man smooth off the other thing.
Yeah.
I was wondering what you put above Austin 316, but
Yeah,
that makes
that's what I'm
sense
saying,
if
but that makes
that
total
Hell in a
sense.
Cell was in there. So yeah. That makes total sense. This is a good list here, Griff. I like this one, man.
That moment was
Appreciate
so pivotal that that's what I'm saying. I forgot it was a King of the Ring. I actually thought it was a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Like that's
Yeah.
right.
like it had that feel. Like
that's the only thing you can like. That's the only thing I remember from that. Being honest, I do not remember it. Didn't like.
It was in Pittsburgh, PA. It was in Pittsburgh.
It sure was Pittsburgh.
Didn't Mankind have like a run in later that night too?
He did. Wait,
he did.
Him and Taker both had a run in later that night.
Because Kane and Stone Cold was the main event, the first blood match, and somebody interfered in that, and the Stone Cold lost.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure both Mankind and Undertaker had a run in on that match. That helped.
I need to go back and actually watch the entire pay-per-view.
Yeah,
but everybody quit watching after that moment. Like that was it.
Right, like that's all you remember from that is that Mankind moment. This is a good list though, Griff. Man, this is obviously Griff. King Booker stands out to us. You know, we root for everybody black, and also Zelina, becoming the first. I didn't even realize she was the first until I saw it tonight when I was watching a little bit of NXT, and they said something about her being the first. And I'm like, there hasn't been a Queen of the Ring tournament, but prior to this, that's interesting.
That was the first one.
Yeah,
that was the first one. Matter of fact, she beat Piper.
Yeah, she beat Piper. Yeah, in this Saudi Arabia situation. So
yep.
Well, Zelina get well along with everybody else that's on that long list.
There is a long list of injuries, but that just speaks to the depth of this roster that they can keep on going and put on some bangers that they've put on. Even though a lot of the people are hurt, even like Angelo Dawkins showing up for Bobby. Like Dawkins held his own in that match, and
he did good.
Yeah, I was happy to see that he did well in that match because they'll write that brother off quick just because he's the second Street Profit.
Right.
But appreciate you, Griff, man. Thank you for another edition of Griff's Picks, man. That's a really good list there, brother. But let's get on out of here, fellas, man. This has been great. Let's go to our final word of the week. What are our thoughts on the wrestling week? Griff, let's start with you, brother.
Still staying optimistic. You know, we got SmackDown heading this way. Anything can happen. Then you got Raw coming up. I'm very interested. Honestly, you guys, the Lyra and EO match next week more than anything. I know we're 5 days ahead, but I'm looking forward to that. But other than that, this is good. This is a big week and a big time. They're definitely going to be hitting it, man. You know, you got the PLE coming up. Then you got NXT Battleground right behind that. Then you going right into Money in the Bank. And then SummerSlam, we hear just like that, man. But I'm excited for this new roster. I know there's a lot of injuries, but you know, it's time for the next man, the next woman to step up and take what's rightfully theirs, man. So I'm hoping to see some great banger matches. Although we talked about and discussed the murky bookie over there on SmackDown, there is some still banger matches. I'm really looking forward to the Bianca and Tiff and see how they work together, and also Nia and Jay this Friday night.
Coach.
I'm looking for him to have a banger
That's gonna
against
be
Randy
crazy match.
Orton. I am looking forward to that. I think this could be just as big as Cody's a champion, but for him to go in there with the legend killer, the Apex Predator, that's going to be entertaining, man, from beginning to the end. So I just want to see solid match. I want to see a mellow, speed against the, obviously the strength, the RKO out of nowhere. That's setting up to be a 5-star, and it's going to be Melo's coming out party. Even if he loses, he's still going to come out looking like roses, and this is only going to make him stronger in Melo's run to start his run. So real intrigued on that match, man. And like I said, on the SmackDown side, hopefully we figure it out. Nia Jax, y'all, is having, and I've been driving the Nia Jax. Let's get her back trained. Let's get her back. Put a belt, around her for a while. If y'all notice, man, like I'm giving credit where credit's due. She's slimmed down. She's moving a lot quicker. If y'all notice, she has lost some weight.
Yeah.
And so that means she's taking it serious. Everything we talked about since she's came back, she's putting it into practice, and she's been about her business. And I want to see her, turn the corner, turn the page, and she's gonna go over on Jade, give her first victory, but it'll be well earned. So let's get it right. Hey, we talked about clunky booking, y'all. Let's figure it out on the SmackDown side. Raw side, pretty solid. But let's make sure that it's a great show setting up when we go over there to Saudi for this event. So let's get it.
My final word is to challenge all of the champions. The last year and a half, we've been spoiled with some really good storylines around the champions, be it Roman Reigns and his story with 1,000 Days, or be it Gunther in his reign. Even on the women's side, Rhea Ripley doing her thing prior to getting hurt. So I'm just challenging all of the champions to give us some actual storylines. Right now, Cody's not doing nothing of substance. Becky, obviously, she just got the title, but at the same time, I need more. Damian Priest, I think he's a paper champion, even though Coach may not. So I need more from the champions because we just left a group of champions that really held down the company and got it to a really good point. And now it's really important that this next group really steps up and gives us some entertainment. Otherwise, we're going to lose some of those fans that we just picked up. So hopefully those champions can get back on track and give us some good storylines, because the Bloodline storyline shouldn't be the only storyline that makes us go to the TV.
True.
But indeed, a week it has been for wrestling, and we look forward to the weeks that come. We've enjoyed the time that we've had on this show, and continue to have this conversation. I love the fact that whether or not we're on the show each week, or whether or not we just in our text messages, our love for wrestling remains in this group. So I'm grateful for y'all, and grateful for some friends who like what I like. So let's get on out of here, fellas. Let's let the people know where they can find us, man. Coach, let's start with you, brother. Where can they find you?
So it's on all at Coach Monte24 on Instagram. Like I said, I talked to Griff today. We continue to give us that flood of support. We appreciate it. Continue to check us out. All the views, the reels. Continue to hit that like, subscribe, and tune in to us. Hey, we try to make quality content for you quality wrestling fans. So we appreciate the love, and yep, keep staying with us, no doubt.
Griff, let the people know.
IG all day long, Griff Nation 84, and also X, formerly known as Twitter, is CGriff 84. And shout out to all our followers. Continue to like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for liking and resharing our posts. And more importantly, man, we thank you for supporting us. That we continue to put out good content for you guys. And much love and respect and salute.
You can find the wise man the advocate B Dix on Cash App at BDix989. You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter or X, whatever it is, at Jackie Miles 42. You can find us all on Instagram at Ebony Championship Wrestling and on X at Ebony Championship Rest. We appreciate all the love and support. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to all the videos, and we'll see y'all next time. This is Ebony Championship Wrestling signing off. But Coach, let them know.
We never tapping out.
Not once in this
Not
match.
once.
We'll see y'all. Have a good night.
Night, y'all.
Peace.